afternoon, everyone. It is afternoon. Today's reading is going to be, what would a relationship with them be like? You've got three choices. You don't want my microphone, but you have got three choices. You've got Swedish horse, you've got chicken with chicks, and you have also got the troll. I think it's a Swedish troll. Before I go, I'm putting readings up this Sunday. I've just had a couple of weeks off, but if you'd like a reading, please go to the website huluppu.co.uk, and also check out Patreon if you fancy that. See if you like it or not. Okay, so three choices. Off you go.
La música de Harry Fraud.
Okay. Pile number one. What would a relationship with them be like? I'd love to say that I know at the moment, but this is going to have to be a pick through here. Let me pull these two to the side so I can get a better picture. What I'm thinking at the moment is two people that are extremely similar, and the words I was thinking of when I got these out was introverted, extrovert. And I think I've said this before, but it feels like people that need to move, people that need stimulation, two people that are quite introverted but need to be sociable. And that can be sociable with regards to going to cafes and just talking to each other. It's just movement here, or going to the theatre, or going to the cinema, or travelling together. And I don't mean extrovert in a way that you need to be on stage or that you need to be in group situations. There's a pull here of people that are interested in life, got a hidden passion inside both of you that can be pulled out better if you were together. It feels like two people that are sat with a map in front of them trying to find where they want to travel, or two people when they get into a new town or when they move somewhere, they're excited about building something, building their own little house, or just excitement with being engrossed in life that's not deemed as being predictably extrovert. What people would say is normal extrovert here, but it feels as if it's excitement, and I can't. That's what I'm thinking here. You're coming across as the Knight of Wands and Sagittarius, so that's making me think of studying and travelling and movement and a good nature and fun-loving, like a tumbling puppy. Your person's coming across as Eight of Wands, which has a similar feeling to it. For some reason, it makes me feel a little bit more sharper with the energy, a little bit. You probably are the diplomatic one. You're the type of person that welcomes people into your house and makes the evening fun. They're the one that gets excited about it and makes it fun, but doesn't get to the door first because they're not that bothered. The Palace here has probably the introverted feeling of understanding other people and situations. There's a feeling here possibly of two people that may work in like social work, or may have just a sense of adventure and a need to include inclusion for others as well. The draw between the pair of you is the cross between fun and fire and frolics, and still being able to connect. And this connection has got what feels like a strong and I know I said you're not group people, but it feels like you have a small group of people that you hang around with, like close buddies, and it will work as part of a team. When couples get together, and it doesn't have to be other couples, but there's a team, they travel around together and they just get on well. So it feels like a small community spirit here, but it feels like the emotional connection is strong, and it's something that you're both looking for at the same time. It has a feeling of this person and vice versa. You've both got something to offer each other that makes you feel more at ease with life, because life can feel a bit raw at times, and you meet people that make it softer. It feels like you make life softer together. I don't know what the Death card here is as yet. This is difficult to interpret. Just bear with, sorry. So what I'm thinking, I will say it aloud, you may be able to help me. You've got a feeling of two people that are really similar, two people that are playful and warm-hearted and, you know, run around together and enjoy life together. But then you've got the difficulty is the Two of Cups, but you've got here with the cups being apart, the emotions being something that draws you both together, and then the Death card. So the difficulty is the Two of Cups, and you've got death in what pulls you together. The only way I can interpret this at the moment is a possibility that this could be somebody from the past that comes back into your life, or it may be that you're with somebody when you meet this person, which may be difficult with regards to living together. There could be other children involved or something like that. It feels to me you've got the Hermit down here, how to adjust to each other living together, and you've got the Hermit and the Five of Wands. So this to me feels as if there's a sociable feel up here, you may actually just need time to connect together without other people around. Like quiet time, because these are fiery. These cards here are fiery and doing. Then the problems are the Two of Cups. You know, sometimes you get fiery people, they don't actually connect that well because they are so busy doing. So that is a possibility here. And the way to get over any hiccups in this is the Hermit and the Five of Wands. And that to me is like get rid of all the people. The Five of Wands is a group of people normally beating each other over the head with sticks. So it's as if to make this living arrangement work, you almost need to cut out. It's like have your social groups, but don't always bring them into your home. You've got to cut out the groups here and sometimes just have or spend time together because it's your emotional connection that's the strongest. There's obviously a desire to move here, but the emotional connection with the Three of Cups and the Ten of Cups here is probably you just get on well together. It's like moon contacts in astrology, you know, when they conjunct or something and it just fits together. Reflection, time alone, you know, taking time away from family or from groups just to spend weekends together is going to make this relationship work, I think. So what is your person actually like to live with? I would say that your person is fun. I would say that your person is very good at reading emotions. I would definitely say that you have a very strong emotional connection with this person. Your person may find it difficult to actually sit down and spend time with you. So with the Ace of Wands here, you know, you're thinking of somebody with an Aries moon that likes to keep moving. You probably do too, but I don't know whether that's going to be easy for you to keep up for a long time, because it feels like what actually connects you in the first place, unless you settle down with it, may actually cause the Death card in the end to move away. You need time together. Your person needs to be able to sit down and spend time with you. Your person may like groups, and that's another reason, which I've already said, that I think it may be important for you to put a full stop to social activities at times. First house, first house. With the first house here, there's a feeling that your person spreads themselves too thinly. The first house to me is like giving out, and it's like energy that you give out immediately, and you've got emotional energy here and somebody who is a bit gung-ho at the top here, who likes to get stuck into situations. Life likes to be exciting, and these cards down here begging for a closer connection. So your person could be somebody who's difficult to pin down, difficult to keep in the house, but there's a feeling here that there's excitement with regards to what you can do together, but it has to be balanced. Your relationship with them would be, it would give you independence. This person's not going to make demands on you. I think that they would allow you to be yourself, do your own thing. There's a Hierophant card here next to the Nine of Pentacles. So I'm thinking of somebody who enjoys nature in some way and lets you enjoy it. But the Nine of Pentacles has got a double-sided sword to it, really, because it's like a woman alone in the garden. So it makes me think whether you're male or female, you've got Hierophant. It's almost like, okay, Your person may like a traditional relationship where, I'm not saying this is traditional, this is probably more old-fashioned actually, and I'm thinking, you know, flicking back to my parents, where the it doesn't have to be man or woman, where one person is out doing and the other person who's got the same nature is almost expected to be in doing. Because this is making me think of gardens and loneliness possibly. It's making me think of defensiveness. It's like behind fences. It's like all behind fences in the Hierophant to me. It's like growing something. It's like growing a relationship, but it's asking you to be something else than you're not. It's part of you because emotional connection is here, so it's like sweet and there's like something, somehow you connect, but you're both coming out very similar here, and it's a feeling here of one person's left at home and the other person is out doing. So that may not suit you, doing and being, and the other person has to stop doing and being to be something else. Your person this is really different to express, because this is what it feels like. If I don't look at the cards, it feels like you fall for somebody who's very similar to yourself. It feels like if it was like a build up towards a wedding, it would be you flying places, doing things, group situations, great connection, great emotional pull. And then when you get married, it feels like it turns into an old-fashioned film where you kiss each other at a doorstep. You're left inside, your person's still living your life, and somehow that might grate you. Not migrate, but might grate you, because you've still got that energy inside you, but it's difficult to let go because emotional connection is really strong. Your person is not doing it out of spite. They're just doing it because maybe that's what their parents did. And it feels perhaps the Two of Cups here is a need to connect and be honest with each other about what you would expect later on. So this is to me somebody who's trying really hard, somebody who's got a good heart, somebody who wants a relationship to work, but you, just by the way circumstances fall, feel as if you're behind a fence in this. As you settle down with this person, you're getting to, it feels like somebody that comes home. I'm not saying from work because this is really making it like 1950s, but and brings a group of friends, and you were like, oh, I thought we were just going to have a night in type of feeling. So if you do get with this person and the relationship starts developing, it would be good for you to say your expectations early on of what you would like to do, you know, whether you would like commitment or not, how much of it do you want? And I don't know whether you're both coming from the same sort of, because there's a similar energy here, whether you're both coming from the, you know, the where you both would like to. I don't know. I can't put it into. I'm really scared. I'm really scared of saying the wrong thing. I don't know if you both want the same thing, and what starts off feeling like bliss in a homely environment may actually not be as fulfilling as what you expected. To me, it would be like, keep your roller skates on with this person, because it's not like somebody pushing. You haven't got the Emperor in here, or somebody like Big Daddy or Big Mummy pushing you into a situation. It feels like it falls into that, and I'm getting a feeling here, you know, when it's winter and it's grey and you've been in the house for days and days, you want to be with this person moving too, and they're actually still all over the place. And it doesn't feel as if there's anger here because the connection is so good. So that's what I'm picking up for this pile with regards to what a relationship would be like with them. It feels like the emotional connection is beautiful. It feels like there's a strength between the pair of you because you're both very similar. It feels like you both search for excitement in life, both make opportunities for yourself. There's a feeling here as well that the connection is just strong. You know, you can talk about your emotions very freely. It feels that there's a group thing going on here. I don't know whether it's big groups. I don't get the feeling it is, but it feels almost as if to be you. It's important for you, the relationship with this person, to always be yourself. If you get an inkling this person likes traditional relationships. And when traditional, I don't think I mean traditional. I think I mean old-fashioned. Then it's like, don't play up to that too much, because there's emotions here. It's like, you know, I could look after you, I could cook your tea, because you'd get yourself in a situation that they're not really asking for, but you may be wondering whether they want it, and it wouldn't work, because I think you would feel dissatisfied. Feels sweet, feels kind, I feel the connection, but there's some sort of friction with regards to too many people around, not getting this person on your own, and you feeling trapped. I don't know if that makes sense. But the best thing about this relationship, this person makes you feel good. This person is like, you know, like you're going down your life and you're going down one track and you think this is you, this is it. And then you have some sort of epiphany or moment when somebody else comes in and you see yourself as different, and the growth is huge all of a sudden. And this person almost like, I don't know what love bomb is, but I do, but I don't. I never use these terms, but it's like somebody loves you for who you are, and it feels fantastic, and it feels like you're running away with feelings here. It feels like, don't project something that you're not onto this person, because it would trip you up, is what I'm trying to say here. So the relationship would be beautiful, it would be exciting, but there would be, if you put baby into a corner and your baby, you may not want to stay there. So just be yourself, be open, be honest, because this person feels like they want to give you what you want, but they're almost looking at you, and the palace there is trying to read. It's trying to read what you want, because they think you're the same. I don't know if that feels right. It's difficult to say, and I'm getting images of like lots of different people who have done this, and all I'm seeing is this person's intentions are true, and they want to move with you, but there's some hiccup between connecting here when it's naturally strong. And there's a hiccup with you expressing yourself or feeling locked into a situation that you may not want further down the track. But there's a really strong feeling that this person makes you feel alive, makes you feel beautiful, and almost catapults you into being something different. So don't lock yourself in. That's all I can say about this one. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there, and I hope that makes sense to someone. Thank you. Bye. Okay, pile number 2. I'm just going to start talking here. What I can feel is this: you may work with this person, you may have the chance to work with this person later on. What a relationship would be like with them is passionate and intense. It feels as if your person falls in love big time, and once they've committed, they commit. And it feels as if you're coming up with Sacred Fire and the Juno. To me, almost feels exactly the same as them, the karmic soul, and Venus. To me, it feels like somebody who's looking for what feels like, even if they don't recognize it, a strong bond, a karmic feel, and finding that partner. So it feels like dedication and intensity. It feels great. You've got the 12th house here as well. I wonder whether there may be two thoughts that come into my mind: working through issues that may be family matters handed down through family to family, and you get together, and somehow it could be that the intensity of this relationship has got something to do with that. It doesn't have to be negative. It could be, a gift, really, to be honest, with the Venus there and the Juno, because you also got here for what you share between the pair of you is the Ace of Cups and the 3 of Wands. So to me, that is like love, with movement. It's like love and planning what to do. It's like love that's rolling. It's difficult to express. It feels like two people. If you were really old, older than me, it feels like two people sat together over a table with a cup of tea, planning an adventure, holding on to each other, or joking with each other, or kissing each other's cheek and making plans, like a travel plan. Or if you were younger, it would be two people. It doesn't have to be, this is only my images in my head. This is how I relate to people that I've known. It's two people sitting in the corner of a pub, holding hands underneath the table and discussing what they're going to be doing in the summer. And it feels as if there's like a very sort of, with the Hierophant here in the middle, it makes me think of growth. It makes me think of stability. It makes me think of beauty in many ways. You've got a lot of, I don't know whether you're both good looking or there's a lot of, you just like things that look good. My sisters were talking about this earlier. I'm not going to go into it, actually, there's too much to go into. But some people just like life to look good. You know, they've just got an eye for things and they like beauty. They like things, people, birthday cards, houses. It doesn't really matter. You may be into design in some way. And there's a chance here as well of working together, or you may actually meet this person while you're in a work situation here. And you just hit it off. You know, there's like, I know this isn't answering the question, but it feels like you're both very good at talking, you know, discussing things. There's an interest here between what you're both relaying, and you fall into this. And there's something to do with this relationship actually is nurtured by, I'm going to say, intellectual conversations. I've never had one, but I'm sure, you know, it just feels like there's something that you share, whether it's a love of books or history or art or theatre. That's the type of feeling this has. This is like two people that, you know, you get those really sad stories of, and I've got quite a few up my sleeve, I don't think you need to hear them now, of people that really love themselves, love each other, themselves maybe, and you know, one dies a couple of days after the other. This is what this one feels like. This isn't answering your question. So what would a relationship with them be like? I think it would be open. I think it would be progressive. I think it would be intense. I think the connection would be intense. I think this person would express their feelings very easily to you. The difficulties here, it feels like a relationship with them, you're both coming across as having a strong karmic pull, and then you've got the wheel down here for difficulties. So I'm sort of thinking that life's ups and downs are travelled together, and as I said, like hand in hand. And it feels like with the 12th house here that you two come together, and it is like an accumulation of karma from not just you but from other groups. And it feels like your relationship plays that out. So I think that with the intensity in this relationship, there's going to be lots of situations that feel tough. It's like you come together to not only help each other through things, but to almost pull each other through difficult times together to grow. So it's a strange feeling. Strange feeling here. Because the difficulty is the wheel, and that's life's ups and downs, and hopefully trying to take, you know, look at the bigger picture. And you've got karmic pull here in the 12th house, which to me is like pulling in energy from grandfathers, great-grandfathers, great-grandmothers, and putting it together and doing your best now. It's like, give me my karma all at once, and with this person we'll do it together. So it feels intense. I think a relationship would be intense with them, not through what they're putting on you, because this person feels quite open with regards to their affections towards you, and it feels like there's movement here. It feels a possibility. It's open, it's expressed, and there's you work together at it. But I feel like by coming together, it's almost like you push a button to say, like, give it to me now. You know, give me some. I'm prepared to cope with this. You expect to see Chiron here as if there's difficulties maybe outside the relationship that you both have to push on through and make the best of it for yourselves. And through doing that, that makes you bigger people. This is the type of person with the Ace of Cups who wakes up in the morning and kisses you. This is the type of person who likes quite a traditional setting to their routine, their everyday life. And somebody but still likes to push and grow. This is sweet. This is strong and sweet. And I can't give you, you know, everyday examples here because I just can't think of them. But to what I'm getting here is two people that communicate really well. This is a feeling. So interpret this to different things. Two people that communicate really well, and that's part of you. You know, you're very sort of let other people feel at ease. You set up a business together, you go in business together, or there's something that happens that you both are in it at the same time, and it's difficult. You know, there may be just trials and tribulations, ups and downs, and there's a strength between the pair of you that gets you through, you know, working together through something. And that is part of it. And that is like a lesson that's teaching you both through having each other to fall back on, to dig that little bit deeper, to bring out more of yourself. So that's a strange answer again to what would this relationship be like, but that's what I'm getting. Because I'm looking for things like, oh yeah, he or she gets up in the morning, makes you a cup of tea. You might get that with this. But it's whatever happens, whatever trips you up, there's something that you teach each other, and it feels like optimism with the Three of Wands here. It feels like you teach the other one to keep on looking forward. You're moving, so keep moving with it. Don't give up. Strong pull. Beauty, attraction, love, grounding, moving through life's difficulties hand in hand, and a feeling of possibly communication being quite important and working together. And I don't know if that's just working together as in as a team in a relationship, or it could be just working together, you know, it could be working together, actually working, getting paid for it, working together. But there's also a feeling here, before I go, that you get it all at once with this person. It's not grey, it's black or white, and you've got to choose, and that's it, you're in it. So there I don't get the feelings complications around this, but that could be part of it, just to fit for the intensity to be that, because the draw is big. Okay, pile number 2, I'm going to leave you there. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, pile number 3. What would a relationship with them be like? It feels... My first thoughts are with the Emperor and the Empress and Mercury here. Your person's coming across as Emperor and Mercury. It feels like, me, Charles, and you, Jane, do you want to hold on to my vine? To be honest, with Mercury, that it feels like somebody who has a strong personality, somebody who's quite set in their ways but is funny with it. You've got here the Empress and Vesta. It feels like you play the part here of the it's like the gangster and the mole in some way. Is that the right word? It's like you're committed to them. If you're in a relationship, you would feel that they were the right person, you wanted to put the effort in. This is somebody who says what they do. Is that right? Who says what they do and do what they say? Yeah. You've got here what's good between the pair of you. You've got the Knave of Wands, you've got the King of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. To me, that is somebody action orientated that follows through. Not like that. It's somebody who, to be honest, it feels like a business person. It feels like the security here with regards to who they are and how they show up, and who they are in life, how they show up, and it feels like somebody that pushes in the business world here, but is still funny with it. So what would they like to live with? Hold on, let me just have a look here down here. 4 of Pentacles, Knight of Coins. Okay, what I'm getting here is that there's financial security in this relationship. It feels like your person doesn't mind going out and working and quite enjoys having somebody, I'm not saying at home at all, but somebody to share their money with. There's a feeling here as well that they want somebody to move with them, but also you've got Vesta here and you've got the Moon down here for you and the Empress. It feels like they want somebody who's the softer part of them, but still isn't too much water. It feels like they want somebody who can go hiking with them or go on an adventure with them, or can laugh with them, play with them, but also has the softness in them to be able to hold them when they're tired. this feels like it's going one way. What you would get from this to go the other way is I get somebody who is a strong person, somebody who's committed to what they do. If you were living with this person, what relationship would be like? Somebody who's quite playful with it as well. You get somebody who had a lot of energy, somebody who came home from a work situation and still wanted to keep moving, still was very much wanted you to enjoy your life with them. And it has to be action orientated, I guess, here. But this person isn't just looking for that. They're looking for an emotional connection. It feels like somebody that falls in love with you because of your sweetness and your softness, but still wants you to move with them. It feels like somebody that wants to share their life with you. But it also feels as well that they are, there's money, strong money. I don't know what it is in here. So I don't know whether work is shared between the pair of you, but that's what it feels like. You've got fire and pentacles. Fire and pentacles. Strong personality. Committed to what they say. This is somebody that won't let you down. This is somebody who's not going to be slippery, although they're looking for softness from you. They're looking for commitment, strong commitment, and they think that you can give it, I think. This is somebody who would only make an effort if it could be a reality. They're prepared to put all their energy into something as long as they get something out of it at the end. And I think that they think what they're going to get from you is a feeling of commitment and, I can't say it, it's like you're cushioning them. To be honest, what I'm thinking of here is that you're quite smooth, you're quite soft, but you've still got that fun bit about you, and they're looking at you. And they possibly had a childhood that was quite tough, where they got through by being competent and by being funny. Funny and competent. That's a lot to ask, I'm sure. And what they're attracted to in you is that you appear funny and competent, but you've got the softness that they haven't. So that's what they're looking for. So I guess that's what a relationship would be like with them. They may not be able to admit it, but they're looking for somebody to, it feels like, cushion them. It feels like somebody that, and I don't mean this in the sense it sounds to lie with, to lie and basically have a breather with, and before you both get up and do something together. It feels like they're inclusive with regards to, this isn't somebody that has separate friends, this is somebody that wants you in their life to do things with. This is somebody, I think, that is prepared to somehow, you cushion them with your emotions and your softness, they're prepared to cushion you with their finances in some way. It may not be financial, they may just, I don't know. All these pentacle cards, I'm thinking of a house or a business or just a nest egg that feels nice. So this is their relationship. It's like somebody who would pay for you to go out for dinner and think nothing of it. It's almost like a male-female with the Emperor and the Empress traditional role here. But they're expecting dedication from you. And you want them to make you laugh, is what I'm thinking here. There's also a feeling here of projection with regards to life's activities. This person thinks big and wants to include you. This will be somebody, life with them would be, I've just got this great idea, this is what I want to do. And it can go from having, the financial is part of it. It could go from not having to, some people downstairs, put it into something big, but it could be just like, I want to buy, I'll give examples of people that I know, to ship motorbikes from America and, sell them in Britain, that type of thing. And that will be their new adventure, and they want you in on it. They want your support. They want you to get excited about it. They want you possibly to work with them on it. Or it could be something, far bigger. I'd like to build a mansion on an island, basically make that up. But it's that energy of passion, excitement and movement and finances in here. Your person also expects you or thinks that you're quite magically psychic in some way and that you can read their mind, and they would want more of that. It's funny when you're asking questions like, what would a relationship with them be like? You know what you're like, so I'm looking at them and making it sound like they're more important. It's just that I'm looking at them. You're coming across here as being sweet and soft and committed, but strong with Vesta there. you can read people, you can read situations, and it feels like in some way with the Empress and the Moon, I can't interpret it a different way, but you want to somehow provide for them in a way that you are their backdrop. Because that's commitment, that's, you know, motherly, nurturing energy, and the Moon is. And I know this is going down a track of sounding like you're waiting for them at home with rollers in your hair. It doesn't feel like that at all. It's just a case of being there and smoothing things out a bit. They smooth things out for you in a way that they come across as, don't worry, I'll do that type of thing. But the Mercury card there is they're funny with it. They make you laugh. There's something very playful about this feeling. You know, this person's in charge, but they're still amusing and childlike, but not in the real world, but only on the quiet. So that's what I guess you will get from this person. It's excitement. It's forward moving. You're nurturing. They're playful. They can provide. They make you feel. You both make each other feel secure, actually. And if there was advice here, it would be play with this person, play with their ideas, you know, get involved in them, because that's what makes this person tick. The Emperor card, you know, is not Sagittarius, but that's what just came to my mind then. It's like somebody that wants ideas, wants people, you know, this excitement of it, and wanting people to be, you know, to be included in their idea, that makes it feel fun. Because you've got lots of wand cards here, 3 wand cards. You've got the Knight of Wands twice and the King of Wands as well. But to sum this up, pile number 3, what would a relationship would then be like? It would be supportive, it would be funny, it would be secure. You would be hopefully providing some sort of emotional support. They would probably be providing, it goes both ways, I'm sure, financial support is the way the cards are on each side here. But this isn't, they want a partner in crime. And it doesn't really matter who's being Big Daddy or Big Mummy, I don't think. They're expecting you to be Big Mummy, to be honest, because you're on this side with the Empress and Vesta, very feminine cards. And the Moon down here, and they're on this side with Emperor and Mercury, quite masculine cards. But they're expecting movement forward. Somebody that wants to grab you and run through life, and even if you trip up, you'll both be laughing while you do it, because you'll both be close to each other and holding each other. Right, pile number 3, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that feels right in some way. And Happy New Year. Bye.